Jane Austen, a quiet genius. Jane Austen was born on December 16, 1775, in the small village of Steventon, Hampshire, England. She was the seventh of 8 children in a lively and loving family. Her father, Reverend George Austen, was a clergyman who valued education, ensuring Jane and her siblings had access to books and learning, an unusual privilege for women at the time. Her mother, Cassandra Lee, was a witty storyteller whose creativity may have inspired Jane's sharp observational skills. Jane's world was one of simplicity, shaped by the rhythms of rural life and the complex social web of the English gentry. Steventon Rectory, her family home, was modest but filled with warmth and intellectual curiosity. Here, amidst rolling green fields and quiet country roads, Jane began to write. She would draft her stories on small scraps of paper, hiding them when visitors arrived. This discreet practice mirrored her modesty and the constraints society placed on women. Her bond with her sister Cassandra was unshakable. The two shared a closeness that defined Jane's emotional world. They exchanged countless letters, a treasure trove of insight into Jane's humor, wit, and inner thoughts. Cassandra was Jane's confidant, her most trusted critic, and the keeper of her legacy. Jane Austen's life was outwardly uneventful, yet her inner world was rich with insight and imagination. She never married, though she experienced fleeting romance. At 27, she briefly accepted a proposal from a family friend, but withdrew her consent the next morning. This act of defiance reflected her independence. She would not settle for anything less than a marriage of mutual respect and affection, ideals she championed in her novels. Her writing, however, was where Jane truly thrived. Between household duties and social obligations, she penned some of the most enduring works of English literature. Novels like Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Emma are celebrated for their sharp wit, vivid characters, and penetrating critique of society. But during her lifetime, her books were published anonymously, attributed only to a lady. Despite her genius, Jane's life was not without hardship. Financial struggles and the societal pressures of being a single woman were constant companions. In her later years, Jane's health began to deteriorate. She moved to Winchester with Cassandra to seek medical treatment. But on July 18, 1817, at the age of 41, Jane Austen passed away. She was laid to rest in Winchester Cathedral, her tombstone making no mention of her literary achievements. Today, Jane Austen's name is synonymous with timeless storytelling. Her novels, though deeply rooted in the social norms of her era, transcend time and place, exploring themes of love, family, and the human condition with universal relevance. Behind her reserved exterior was a woman of extraordinary insight, whose words continue to inspire, entertain, and move readers worldwide. Jane Austen lived a quiet life, but her voice remains loud and clear, a testament to the power of storytelling to endure and connect us across the ages. Here are some fascinating facts about Jane Austen that provide deeper insight into her life and work. 1. She started writing. Young Jane began crafting stories and short plays during her teenage years, now known as her juvenilia. These early works already showcased her sharp wit and talent for observing human behavior. 2. Published anonymously. During her lifetime, Jane's novels were published under the title By a Lady. She never saw her name printed on a book cover while she was alive. 3rd, her family played a major role. Jane was very close to her sister Cassandra, who served as her confidant and editor. Her father, George Austen, encouraged her to read and write, and her brothers helped promote her works. The irony of wealth. Though Jane criticized society's obsession with wealth and marriage in her novels, her own family struggled financially. This likely influenced the realism in her stories, especially regarding the importance of financial security in romantic decisions. 5. She loved to dance. Jane Austen was an avid dancer and frequently attended social balls. Many of the iconic ballroom scenes in her novels, like those in Pride and Prejudice, reflect her personal experiences. 6. She never married. Despite writing about romance, Jane never married. At 27, she accepted a proposal but changed her mind the next day, choosing to remain single rather than marry without love. 7. A minimalist writer. Jane wrote on small scraps of paper and used a portable writing desk. She often had to hide her work when someone entered the room, as writing was considered more of a hobby than a profession for women at the time. Struggled with health issues. In her later years, Jane suffered from a mysterious illness, possibly Addison's disease or lymphoma. She passed away in 1817 at the age of 41. 9. Her tombstone doesn't mention her books. Jane is buried in Winchester Cathedral, and while her tombstone praises her virtues, it makes no mention of her literary genius. 10th. Her works continue to inspire. Jane's novels have never gone out of print since they were first published. They've inspired countless adaptations in film, television, theater, and even modern retellings like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. 11th. A tea enthusiast. Jane loved tea, a quintessential English tradition. She often mentioned it in her letters and enjoyed sharing it with her sister Cassandra. 12th. Posthumous fame. Jane Austen only achieved widespread fame after her death, when her brother Henry revealed that she was the author behind her novels. Today, she is celebrated as one of the greatest writers in English literature. These facts help illuminate Jane Austen's life, showing how she lived a simple yet remarkable existence, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate across generations.